my name is Chanel Chase with ChanelChase.com, and welcome back to my channel. For you guys who are new, please hit that subscribe button and as well as the notifications bell so you can know when I post a new video. But for you guys who do not know me, I am a best-selling author of the book Pain, Process, Purpose, the 3 P's to Finding Your Spiritual Identity, as well as an inspirational speaker and an avid investor. My channel is all about chasing your purpose by building up your faith, your mindset, your relationships, and your wealth strategies. So today's video is going to be my 10 steps on how to budget your money. So just so you know, a little financial credibility about me. I was able to save 6 figures by the age of 23. By all means, I am not saying that I'm a financial guru, but I have learned a little bit over the years about saving money and being able to have liquid cash available. And I want to share with you 10 of those steps as to how I got there. Tip number 1. Write down all of your expenses. Now listen, I know that sounds super crazy, but the truth is, if you do not know what you have coming in and what has to go out, how in the world do you think you're going to be able to save money? You're not. So when I was in college, I created this spreadsheet on Excel. And the spreadsheet literally just had, this is what I spend my money going out. This is what I have coming in. How much can I save a month? How much am I spending a month? So before you can go any further, I need you to stop, pause this video, and go ahead and write down all of your expenses. Tip number 2. Eliminate. What in the world can you eliminate out of your budget? Let's be real. When I was in college, I had this thing to where I really love candy. And you know, I still really love candy. But every day I bought a pack of Skittles. Do you know how much I was spending to buy a pack of Skittles every single day? It's things that we kind of like push out of our budget that will allow us to overspend on things that we don't really need to. For instance, going to Starbucks and getting $2.99 for coffee. It could be a subscription that you're paying 99 cents for a month that you don't think about. It could be your fetish like me with buying candy. It could be you buying a soda from the gas station every day. What is in your budget that you can eliminate? When you eliminate these things, that is more money that you are being able to save. So go ahead, in that list of expenses, I want you to write down things that you didn't really consider an expense. Step number 3, create a goal. Okay, so do you know how many people that I encounter that say, Chanel, will you help me write a budget? Will you help me try to save money? Okay, cool. How much money do you want to save? And they're like, I don't know. I just want to save money. If you do not have a goal, you never know if you're actually doing what you need to get there. So when I first started saving money, I already knew. I actually had a plan by the age of 25 to save 6 figures. I did it 2 years earlier because I was able to save a little bit more money. But I had increments. I had, when I make to 10,000, what am I going to do? When I make it to 20,000, what am I going to do? When I make it to 25,000, what am I going to do? Your budget has to be like that. Like, what is your goal? What are you trying to get to? Are you trying to save $5,000 in 3 months? Are you trying to get to $10,000 in 5 months? Like, whatever it is, write it down, create that goal, and stick to it. The thing I will say is when you reach those milestones, like $5,000 or $10,000 or $12,000, whatever it was, like the mini milestones to your big milestone, make sure that you take some time and you celebrate. Tip number 4. So you have to create a savings plan of how you're going to spend your money and how you're going to save your money. It literally needs to be broken down. So I know that sounds kind of complicated, but the truth is you have to figure out what percentage of your money you're going to live off of and what category you're going to invest in, what category you're going to give, and how much you are going to save. Those are the 4 categories. So a lot of that I started when I was in college, even though like I barely had as much money as I have now, but I made a solid decision that I was going to live off of 70% of my money. And I'm going to break down what that other 30% goes into. But a book that really helped me decide how much money I was going to live off and showed me how I could live off of less money than I thought was The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. And I'll put the link to that below. But so the other 30% of my money, 10% went to giving, 5% goes into investing, and 15% goes into saving. Now, yours doesn't have to be as drastic as mine, meaning you might not be ready to live off only 70%. But I will say, look at all 4 categories: what you can live off of, what you can save, what you can invest, and what you can give. And create your own percentages of what works for you and write it down. But while you're also creating that short-term savings plan, go ahead and create the long-term plan too. At the end of the day, just make sure that you have a savings plan dealing with all 4 of those categories. Write it down and make sure that you stick with it. Tip number 5, do not tease yourself. Separate the money. So what I mean by that is, I live by this principle: out of sight, out of mind. So the way I was able to start living off of 70% was to go ahead and separate that 30% to where I don't even see it. So at the time I was waitressing and I was getting tips. So I still live by the same principle. The 70% I would keep. The 30% automatically went into a bank that I did not, look at or do anything with. It just, went away. Out of sight, out of mind. So when I actually started working in corporate America, it was the same thing. When I first got hired, I said, how many banks will you allow me to split my direct deposit to? So my particular job allows me to split it 3 ways. I do not fool myself. I'm not gonna fool myself, and neither should you. Like, separate the money. See how many bank accounts you can work with. If not, deposit the money into different bank accounts that you do not have access to all the time, because that will help you stick to your goals and not touch it. Tip number 6, create additional income. So what I mean by that is that you should be creating some type of side hustle. You gotta have something going on while you have something going on. So what that side hustle will do is, it'll bring you extra money, and all of the proceeds from that side hustle can actually go into a savings. And that's honestly what I did. I have had multiple businesses while also working. So all the money that I was able to make from my side hustles have gone straight into investing more or saving more, due to the fact that I was able to create some additional income. So if you do that, then you can accelerate your savings plan. Tip number 7, make your savings grow with a high yield savings account. So I found out about this about 3.5 years ago, and I was slightly upset because my money could have grown so much more. But for you guys that don't know what a high yield savings account is, it's kind of like a money market account, but gives you a little bit more interest. So a lot of us bank with traditional banks, so that's the BB&T, Chase Bank, Wells Fargo, all these different things. And what happens is they give you monthly deposits of like 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents. And that's because they're actually taking our money and trading on the foreign exchange market, and then they're giving you like 0.01% of your money, and you're getting that like 5 cents, which is nothing, right? But reality is, if you want to put your money in a savings account, you can get a high yield savings account. So there's 2 high yield savings accounts that I use. One being Dime Bank, which is headquartered in New York, but it's basically an online bank. And that interest rate for that right now is about 1.4% monthly off of your money. So let's do the math. If you put $200 in that and you're getting 1.4% every month, that's $2.80 versus the 5 cents they was giving you. Now if you have $1,000 in there at 1.4%. That's about $14 a month. So you're actually being able to get more money. Another one that I use is the personal savings account at American Express. Bet you didn't know that. I have an American Express credit card, but a personal savings account at American Express, and their interest right now is at about 1.45%. So same concept. You put $1,000 in there, you're gonna get about $14.50 back per month. So your interest is actually working for you. So if you're gonna put your money in the bank, put it in a high yield savings account, because that is going to grow your money more over time than it would in a traditional bank. And it teaches you a little bit more discipline, because in order for me to get money from my online savings account to my bank account, it takes roughly 2 to 3 days. So it's not money that you can easily access. So by the time you need it, it's probably too late and you've already found another way, which means your money is being saved more. So that just works out better if you're really trying to save money. Plus you're getting a higher interest, and yes, they are FDIC approved, so it will be able to protect your money up to $250,000. Tip number 8. Invest in something. So part of budgeting and saving is actually allowing your money to work for you. So I don't care what you invest in. Some of the things that I invest in, I will leave the links below. So one of the things is profitable morrows, where I'm able to put money in there, literally even $100, and they are going to give me 4.5% on my money daily. But they're going to pay me in Bitcoin. From that Bitcoin, I could transfer over to Coinbase. There are different ways you can trade the foreign exchange market. You can buy a stock, you can day trade, whatever the case may be. Invest your money in something. That's why you're creating that investment account, because your money needs to be constantly growing for you. Tip number 9. Learn how to budget your extracurricular activities. So what that means is that if you know that this is a birthday month for somebody, or you know that you trying to turn up on vacation in Puerto Rico, or you trying to go to Jamaica, you're trying to go on a cruise, budget that. Don't just be like, I'm about to go on this trip and I'm about to just drop all this money. No. Even me, with saving so much money, I still budget. Why? My budget just got bigger. Maybe this month I'm willing to spend $1,000 in travel versus years ago when I only was able to spend $200 and drive, to a vacation spot. Regardless of the place, budget your extracurricular activities. Give yourself some room to actually do something. If you know you want to go on a trip that's going to cost $1,200, and you got to take this trip in 6 months, budget $200 extra into your budget so you're able to actually do those extracurricular activities with ease. Tip number 10, follow the darn plan. Don't have me giving you all these tips and you not even going to follow them. Write out your budget, write out your expenses, divide it into the 4 categories. Today, go open that high yield savings account. I need you to write down some type of side hustle that you're going to do. Jot down some investments that you're interested in. Stick to whatever your budget is and do it. The only way that you're going to win is to actually do it. You got to follow the plan. If you don't follow nothing else I told you, follow your own plan. If all 10 of these are just too much for you, pick 3 and follow them. Whatever it is, I believe in you. I want you to succeed. So if you liked my 10 steps to budget and save your money, go ahead and hit the like button. Please share this with your friends and subscribe. I can't wait for you to be a part of my family. I'm so excited to see you reach your financial success. It is your time to start building wealth. Go ahead and start saying every day, I am a money magnet. As an added bonus, I went ahead and dropped my 4 Financial Secrets ebook below. You can go ahead and download that for free. I am so excited to watch you guys succeed. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye.